We have some breaking news. We'll come right back. A Fox News alert. The case against former FBI Director James Comey is getting dismissed. The judge ruling the appointment of interim U.S. Attorney Lindsey Halligan violated the Constitution.
Well, this is some stunning news, expected, yet still shocking news. James Comey's case has been dismissed. Letitia James's case dismissed. Of all the cases that we witnessed come against Donald Trump because of his criminality, after all, he was convicted of 34 felony counts in one case. And the only reason the other cases went away was not because a judge dismissed them because they were improperly brought, because the prosecutor who brought them, the U.S. attorney who brought them, was illegally appointed. No. They were dropped because Donald Trump took control of the DOJ after the election and squashed the cases, made them go away. Not because he's not guilty, not because he didn't commit the crime, not because there was impropriety relative to the prosecution, none of that. It was because he took over the DOJ. When Biden was in office, everything was above board. In fact, when Biden was in office, the DOJ moved too slowly, molasses-like. Sitting on his hands was Merrick Garland. And now cases are being dismissed because of illegality, because of improper handling of grand jury proceedings, because of faking indictments that were never presented to a grand jury. That's what we're seeing, and a judge has ruled it out. Now, I'm going to play very briefly Audie Cornish from CNN announcing exactly the details of what's going on with Caitlin Palance, who was in the courtroom. And again, a stunning development. And then I'm going to play a clip of a very morose Fox News panel announcing it in their very peculiar Fox News way. But first, CNN.
This in a minute, but we actually got some more breaking news. So this time, and this is big, we have learned that the Justice Department's case against former FBI Director Jim Comey and the New York Attorney General have both been dismissed. CNN's Caitlin Palance is covering this. Caitlin, okay, what happened here? I don't know which case you want to take first.
Well, they both are being dismissed, and for essentially the same reason that Lindsey Halligan, the Eastern District of Virginia interim U.S. attorney sent there by Donald Trump, not Senate confirmed, that she doesn't have the power. What the judge here has found, this is Judge Cameron Curry from South Carolina. She came into the district, heard arguments from both of the lawyers on these cases against Lindsey Halligan's role. They argued that she didn't have the power because she wasn't Senate confirmed, and thus these indictments are invalid. The judge is agreeing with that. Judge Curry is saying that the Attorney General's attempt to install Ms. Halligan as interim U.S. attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia was invalid, and because Ms. Halligan had no lawful authority to present the indictment, James Comey's motion is granted, the indictment is dismissed. Now, the judge does mention that this is without prejudice. So in legal speak, that means that it could be brought back by another prosecutor in the Eastern District of Virginia if they took it through the grand jury again. But everything Lindsey Halligan did at the end of September, beginning of October, and since then, this judge is saying she couldn't have done that. She didn't have the authority. She was not confirmed by Congress, by the U.S. Senate as the Eastern District of Virginia's U.S. attorney. And thus, the president went out of his bounds, and the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, also overstepped her bounds in sending Lindsey Halligan into this district to get these indictments against both Comey and James. Audie?
All of that should be some kind of an announcement to MAGA world that things are not well in the Donald Trump administration. What he charged Biden with, which was the weaponization of the Department of Justice, the weaponization of government, the deep state out to get Donald Trump, all of that's bullshit. And now that he's complained about it and law and order is back, we're back, baby. We're going to do things above board. We're going to follow the law. We're not going to ignore the courts. That's not true. As decided here by a judge, that his U.S. attorney, his hand-picked, illegally appointed U.S. attorney was acting improperly, illegally, in the execution of her duties as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. That he's weaponizing the government, using the width and breadth and power of the Department of Justice to go against his political rivals. James Comey, Letitia James, and there are others. There are others. Now, what's great about this is watching the meltdown that is currently taking place over at Fox News. Watch when they announced, juxtapose the facts only, nothing but the facts with CNN, and then the very depressed, morose delivering of the news to the Fox News audience.
Lindsey, forgive me, but we have some breaking news. We'll come right back. A Fox News alert. The case against former FBI Director James Comey is getting dismissed. The judge ruling the appointment of interim U.S. Attorney Lindsey Halligan violated the Constitution. The judge also criticized the DOJ for allowing an FBI agent who viewed Comey's privileged materials to testify to the grand jury. Now, the judge also tossed the case against Letitia James.
Do you think, and I really want to know, do you think that there is some awakening taking place with the economy based on all of the promises of Donald Trump? Even though he's over on True Social constantly posting memes and images of promises made, promises kept, while he lies repeatedly over and over and over at a breakneck pace about the health of the economy, about what the tariffs have brought, about who pays the tariffs, about his health conditions, about his mental state. Everything is a lie from Donald Trump. The fact that he's working in service to the country and has nothing to do with his business, while his net worth is increasing orders of magnitude just since he took office. Is MAGA waking up? That's the question. I will pose that to you. This is good news for a man I have no love for, James Comey. I believe we're in this situation because of James Comey. Had he acted honorably and not brought to light new allegations that ended up not being new allegations, scaring people about Hillary Clinton, who I also no giant fan of, this is good news. James Comey did not deserve prosecution. He did nothing wrong relative to this crime. Letitia James, she's just being persecuted by Donald Trump because she sought justice against him for the citizens of New York. Again, what do you think? You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. Of course, as always, when you got good news, you can email me, daily@dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you very much. Please consider supporting this work, this independent media channel. If you have others out there that do more for you, that bring you more value than me, support them. Everybody needs a rising tide lifts all boats, or whatever the saying is, and your $2 a month or whatever it is to become a member or support somebody on Patreon elsewhere could really be a difference in their work and their production. That would be great. But if it is me, that would be great too. You can click the join button below, become a channel member here on YouTube, or go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt podcast. I love and appreciate you very much. Good news. Be genuine. Take care of one another.